Good morning. Wow, I think that was the first words that I've spoken today. You know when you like you're awake for a while, but like you don't talk to anyone for the first like couple hours that you're awake, um, and then you like say like a couple words, and you're like, that was the first time that I spoke and made a sound today. Weird. Anyway, Ecclesiastes 4. Okay, this is same sort of thing as the first three chapters of this book. He's just kind of observing life and pointing out how pointless it is. Um, the conclusion is, of course, that the only thing, the only, the only way to find meaning is through Christ and through God and through Jesus and through a relationship with Him. Um, but in this, he specifically focuses on, in this chapter, he focuses on all the oppression, all the tears, no one to comfort them. The oppressors have great power, and the victims are helpless. And he said, "So I concluded that the dead are better off than the living. But most fortunate of all are those who are not yet born, for they have not seen all the evil that is done under the sun." So, pretty depressing stuff right there. But, um, like I said, the true meaning isn't in this life, which is kind of the point. Um, then here he says, I observed yet another example. This is probably applicable to a lot of people watching this, I would think. Um, I observed yet another example of something meaningless under the sun. This is the case of a man who is all alone, without a child or a brother, yet who works hard to gain as much wealth as he can. But then he asks himself, who am I working for? Why am I giving up so much pleasure now? It is all so meaningless and depressing. I didn't mean to call you lonely. That's not what I meant. I think a lot of us have probably felt, why am I working so hard? What is the reason that I am working every single day? Why does everyone do this? Why does everyone work? Why does everyone give up their happiness to just work and give away their hours? Um, and so I think it's really important to remember, or if you haven't thought of one yet, just think of a reason why you work and why you work hard, who you're working for, what you're working towards, and to make sure that your head's in the right place. Um, because climbing the ladder of, it says climbing the ladder, this is a footnote, not the actual scripture. It says climbing the ladder of success will not bring ultimate fulfillment in life either. Success is always temporary. Someone will inherit our work and we will ultimately be forgotten. Our relationships with God and other people are of far greater importance, for they will lead to a true success and a joyful life. So we need to make sure that we're not letting work get in the way of our relationships with God and other people, which I'm guilty. I do that a lot, like way too much, more than probably a lot of people. Because I find my job to be fun, and I like to do it, and a lot of times I like to do it more than I like to socialize with people or read my Bible. And so, I mean, if you hate your job, it's probably, I mean, people that hate their job still prioritize it above the people in their life. So I think it's just a universal struggle. Um, then it says here, two people. This is the last. Wait, no, it's not. But it says two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, two people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. This is not talking about a relationship or marriage or anything. This is talking about companionship, friendship, because at the end it says, three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. So it's talking about friendship. And this got me thinking about, I think it's talking about sort of succeeding. And so I think in business too, if you're starting a business or running a YouTube channel, eventually it can't just be me, because right now I do everything myself, but it's kind of, I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while, but it's kind of saying, I mean, it's clearly saying two is better than one and three is even better. So getting people building out a team is something that I'm really excited to start doing. And then the last section, it says, it is better to be a poor but wise youth than an old and foolish king who refuses all advice. Such a youth could rise from poverty and succeed. He might even become king. So don't worry if you're not wealthy now. If you're wise, you might become king. But then it says, but then everyone rushes to the side of yet another youth who replaces him. Endless crowds stand around him, but then another generation grows up and rejects him too. So it is all meaningless, like chasing the wind. That's kind of how every chapter is concluded. It's pretty sad, but it's all to make the bigger point of where the true meaning is at. So, see you tomorrow.